So this is horrible news for the Aces. This is really, really, really horrible news for the Aces. Because I genuinely don't think that last season they would have been a top 4 seed had Tiffany Hayes decided to stay retired. So Tiffany Hayes, if you guys don't know, is a player who last played for the Aces, who retired from basketball. She retired from basketball after the end of the 2023 season, and she came out of retirement to come back and play for the Aces. And she was very, very good. She was genuinely very, very good. And has gone to Unrivaled, where she's been super. She's been absolutely super. But the thing is now, she's got options. Tiffany Hayes previously said she was only going to come back and play for the Aces. She played for the Aces on a really small contract. She's older, but on a 1-year rental, she's showing that she's as quick as ever, is shooting the damn lights out, and she is now probably one of the more sought-after free agents left. She's potentially leaving, and is already having meetings with other teams in Unrivaled. That's the problem with that old tampering thing in Unrivaled. Is that Tiffany Hayes, according to Callie Finn, who previously said she would be playing for the Aces if she returned for another season, is exploring her options as an unrestricted free agent. She took her first meeting today. If you are the Aces and Tiffany Hayes, I think both Hayes and Harrod should be players in the Lynx, take a run out in free agency. I think basketball-wise, that would be great. That would work out extremely well, if we're being completely honest. Basketball-wise, that would work out great. But I just don't see... I don't see something like that happening. I really don't. But I think they're going for Tiffany Hayes. All right, cancel Unrivaled. Like, that is literally it. You know, you've been a great vet to Kate Martin during... What did she say here? Oh, is this her talking about Kate Martin?
It seems like she continues to take significant strides forward. I guess tip for you, just how is Kate different or improved from the player you played with in the W season? I guess, Andrew, for you, just in the 2 weeks you've started to get to work with her, what are some of your impressions? How have you seen her progress?
I love Kate, man. I love seeing her work so hard and do the things she does in practice, and I'm seeing it translate in the games. And I think the biggest thing for me, the biggest difference is she's much more confident, and I love that because.
So obviously, like, it would be interesting to see if she went to the Valkyries, but I think someone's going to give her a max, and that's the problem. Is that if Tiff leaves Vegas, someone's going to have to come check on me. She's still a top talent. She can start on a team. Still thinking about the game where she cleared AJ out and drive for the basket with final shot. Las Vegas, give her whatever she asked. The problem is that they can't afford her. Simply put, they can't afford her. And it's funny, like, that. This is the problem with Unrivaled, is that everyone's in the same place. So everyone's in the exact same place now. So we're seeing the tampering, and I'm making a video. I've already made a video on the tampering, and I actually didn't mention the Tiffany Hayes situation. Like, if Unrivaled doesn't happen, Tiffany Hayes signs with Vegas for whatever contract Vegas want to give her. Like, that is basically what's happening. But with the blatant tampering and Unrivaled, definitely, like, she probably wouldn't have gone out of her way to take meetings with teams in free agency. But the teams are coming to her. Everyone's in the one place. So everyone's there at Unrivaled. I don't see a scenario where Tiffany Hayes, it doesn't just say, let me just take a meeting with a team. They're already here. I'm here. And I would say there is at least one team that has gone to Tiffany Hayes. Look, we all know everyone signed a 1-year deal. You want a max? We have money. Like, if you are, for example, the Connecticut Sun, you want a max? You want to come home? Or you want to come back? How long has she played the Sun? But you want to come back? We'll give you a max. The Chicago Sky potentially have a max. Like, I think that's what people don't realize, is that even with Sloot there, with the contract, they signed Elizabeth Williams, one of the best contracts in the W. Their rookies are being paid very little. There's no way Dana Evans commands as much money. Oniwere is probably about 150k. They have a max slot to just give out. Like, if Tiffany Hayes comes in as that shooting guard for the Sky, they are dangerous. Look, I don't think they're going to be anything unbelievable, but they're dangerous. That's the best way I'm going to describe them, is they're extremely, extremely dangerous. On any given game, Tiffany Hayes can go off. At any given game, Sloot's just dumping it into Cardoso could work out. And then they just need that 3, who they're probably going to take with a Sonia Citron in the draft. Like, that is a good starting 5. Or if Michaela Oniwere starts, that's not look, it's not a better than 8 seed, but I think they scrape into the playoffs with that 5. And the Aces can't afford to give her a max. It just depends, does she want to be the 6th player on a 5th seed again? Or maybe the 4th seed? Maybe the 3rd seed? The Aces are not going higher than 3rd next year. Does she want to be the 6th player on the 3rd seed? Or does she want to start for the 8th seed and maybe average 16 a game? And that's kind of the decision that she has to make. I think the Sky are a good fit for her. The Sun can pay her. The Mystics probably won't. The Mystics aren't a good fit. I'm trying to think of other teams. The Valkyries can pay her. She would be the star of the Valkyries. So it really depends. If she wants to be a tank commander and just go and get buckets, you can go to the Valkyries. If you want to be a starter and the #1 offensive option on a solid, not a team that's going to lose in the first round of playoffs, but he's probably going to make the playoffs, you go to Sky. Or if you want to be a 6th player on a top team, or on a top-ish team, you stay on the Aces. But the Aces can only offer you half the money. So, this is not looking good for the Aces. If the Aces are probably going to lose Tiffany Hayes, and they've lost Kay Martin already, they've lost Kelsey Plum, and replaced her with a player. I watched an entire breakdown on Jewel Lloyd that teams did not guard on the 3-point line. It was every single time there was a drive, the team chose to help off Jewel Lloyd. And they chose to help off Jewel Lloyd over Jordan Horston. They were doubling off Jewel Lloyd instead of Jordan Horston. That is how little teams respected her 3-point shot last season. And the amount of I watched breakdowns, the amount of dumb shots that Jewel Lloyd took last year. They replaced Kelsey Plum with Jewel Lloyd, which is a big downgrade. And unless they can somehow keep Hayes and keep Parker Tyus, I'd be shocked if I'd be shocked if the Aces do anything, even with AJ Wilson. You know what? Just get AJ Wilson a 30-point per game season. Just tank the season. Be fine with being the 6th seed and get AJ Wilson 30 points per game. At this stage, that's the one thing the Aces should do. But anyway, I'll see you guys.